Well, hello there. It's Julian from The Stage Select. You are listening to The Stage Select, but unfortunately it is not the episode that we planned to have for you this week. I'll get into it next episode, but we weren't able to record last Friday like we normally do. I was really hoping to avoid having to do something like this early in the show's lifespan, but, you know, life happens, and this year has been really bad. So what I decided to do for the public feed this week is to actually unlock the first episode of the Suffer Select, which is our new ongoing Patreon special series. In this episode, we talk about Panda Hero, which had been voted on by our lovely patrons, at patreon.com. If you have not become a patron, but you were curious about the type of stuff that we do here, this is a good indication of it. If you like what you hear in this episode, consider checking us out on Patreon and either joining at the free tier or one of the other paid tiers. These bonus episodes are available to the $3 and up tiers, $3 and $5 tiers. But you also get the show 2 days early, at any paid tier. So that's a little incentive if you can't wait, for new episodes of the Stage Select, but I know it's not really the case. Like you got a lot going on in your life, so I get it. It's fine. It's just something that I try to do to add some value to people being kind enough to help support the show. But that's going to do it for me for this little preamble thing. We'll be back next week. Hope you enjoy this bonus, and we will see you soon. Bye.
What could this possibly be? Seems a lot like a podcast, but what specifically talking about video games? With your hosts, you're in good hands, not more of the same. Now we'll jump right in. So expect the unexpected and more. Now we'll get groovin. They just might be some treasure. That's just life. I'm a special guest. Time for Stage
Select. Welcome, one and all, to the Suffer Select. I'm Julian Titus.
And I'm Justin Ham. I don't know why you sound so depressed, Julian. It's weird.
No, I was trying to sound like miserable, not really depressed.
Okay. Yeah, no, yeah.
Trying to lead into the bit, Justin.
No, I know. I was trying to also do that because, you know, that's how I do things.
Yeah. I kind of have a feeling that actually might be the course of this first episode of the Suffer Select, honestly.
Yeah.
You wonderful patrons voted for My Panda Hero. My Panda Hero? Or no, just Panda Hero.
Panda Hero.
It's no panda of mine.
No, you don't claim ownership over Panda Hero. He claims ownership over you.
Yes. I mean, I do own the game now, and I will forever own the game.
Yeah, sadly, me too.
Oh, well, actually, I don't know how accurate Steam is as far as like playtime, because I swear that I've played this thing for hours, and maybe it just feels like hours, but it says that I've only played it for 98 minutes. So maybe I can actually still get a refund on this sumbitch. Really?
That's kind of weird. Yeah. Because I played it on stream. I know I have, oh, dang it. I knew I shouldn't have closed Steam out. I had, where is it? I had I want to say it was like 80 something minutes. It was like 87.
Okay. Yeah, and I played way further than you, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm like, I 84 minutes, yeah, and okay, all I played it for was on stream, so...
Yeah, I don't think it took most of my playtime. Maybe that's because I was playing on a different system, because I started on this laptop where we record, but when I found out that the controller wouldn't work, I was like, well, I'll just play it on my podunk laptop in the living room, so at least I can, have YouTube on in the background and have some semblance of sanity going on.
Yeah, I managed to get my controller to work for it.
I saw that on your stream, and I was fucking pissed, Justin.
Yeah, I think what it is you have to kind of mess with Steam input to get that to go.
And I'm also thinking because I'm using an Elite 2 controller.
That might also be why. Yeah. You've had that problem with other things in the past where it just like doesn't detect your controllers for some reason. So I'm wondering
or the
if
buttons map weirdly.
Yeah,
like
I'm
when we're
wondering
working with retrofits.
I'm wondering if that's what it is, or it's weird.
Yeah, I think next time that we hang out with those guys, I'll just pop in like my regular Xbox Series controller.
See if that makes it any difference. I don't know. It may or may not. I mean, who knows?
So Panda Hero.
So Panda Hero, yeah.
So I've got to say, it does not feel as bad to play as I expected it to from the trailer. Because I think I've gotten pretty good at being able to tell from looking at gameplay how a game's going to feel.
Uh-huh.
And this game looked like it was going to feel extremely loose and imprecise, and I don't feel that that's necessarily the case.
It's still not great, though.
Oh, no. It's not a good video game, Justin.
No, it's not. No. I mean, no, have I played worse? Absolutely, yes.
Same.
But it's still not great. Man, there's spots. No, maybe this is because it's definitely not made to be played with a controller. Like they put no effort into that.
This is a mobile video game. Like you can tell from the menu design, it's like, this is a port from an iOS piece of shit.
And I've been meaning to look this up. Apparently, somewhere there's like a remaster of it, and
Matt Jorgensen posted the PS5 version on our Discord, and I was like, how?
Yeah, because I when I was on Twitch streaming it, I put it into my the description thing to show what game you're playing, and like that came up, and I was like, What? There's a fucking remaster. No, I'm not. I'm not doing with that.
Part of me kind of wants to pick it up just to see, but I'm not.
You can. It might be better. It might work with a goddamn controller.
Well, it better if it's on the PlayStation 5.
I mean, yeah, that'd be funny. No, you have to plug your keyboard in. This is strictly keyboard only. But yeah, like playing with a controller, like sometimes, like it's definitely not built for that. And sometimes Steam input can be like wonky as shit. So like sometimes you'll just press a button and it's just like, oh wait, nope, not this time. Like, okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah. Great. Guess I'd just die here.
Okay. And I did not have that issue. Yeah. But at the same time, you can't change the key mapping.
No.
And the layout of the buttons. So you have like your WASD, and you have space a bar to jump, and then there's like a button to swing your bamboo staff and another button to shoot. The panda will pick up peaches and then he will shoot those.
Yes. He I think it's what it's supposed to be is he's eating the peaches and shooting the pits out.
That makes a little bit more sense. It took me a bit to figure out that's what was going on.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Panda Hero can eat peaches. He can eat peaches for hours.
Yeah, and bananas.
Yeah.
To recover your health that you really never really need to do. It's like now later on maybe. I don't
later
know.
On, yeah.
But like usually my argument is usually when you run into something that's going to drain your health, it is like instant. Like you're just getting hit over and over and over again and you're just dead. Like there's no coming back.
This is one of those shitty ass platformers where there is no like hit indication.
Yeah,
you just take the damage and there's no knockback. There's no frame of invincibility afterwards. You can just get hit repeatedly and die.
It took me a little like a level to realize that, oh no, I am actually taking damage there.
Yes.
Like for a second I was like, am I just invincible? Like, can I just did they just make it for children? Like, oh no, don't worry about it. Just, hit them. It's fine.
Yeah.
You just did worse. You get less points this way. No, you're taking damage, but oh man, that first world of fucking Panda Hero is one of the most absurd goddamn things I've ever played through. Just structure wise, right? Like, cause okay, the first level, pretty easy. You go through the level. Second level, also pretty easy. Third level, get fucked. Just get fucked instantly. I was like, oh, okay, great. Oh boy. There's just like a few sections that like, I'm guessing on keyboard they might feel a little bit better, but like on a controller where things don't fucking work right all the time, like it's just like miserable. There's one where like there's these little springboards. I think it was like level 8 or something.
The springboards are bullshit, dude.
They're awful.
They are the worst springboards I've ever
And
encountered.
they expect you to time it perfectly,
Mhm.
but they don't time correctly, like ever, like how you
Yeah.
would think they would. So you're just like waiting, and then and like you have to pray you get it right. Oh man.
This game also commits the Sonic crime, which is one of the reasons why I hate the Genesis Sonic games, is that your view of the level is not complete, and you have to like manually like look up and down to see where you can jump next.
Yes.
And to me, that's inexcusable.
It's insane.
And in this game in particular, it's almost designed to fuck you over in that way.
It's very much so. There's one part I did on the stream. It was called, I just kept calling the Tower of Death. Where
I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. So you basically, the basic gist of it is like, okay, so there's Ninja Gaiden like jumping mechanics where like you stick to a wall and you can jump off of the wall, right?
Yeah.
It feels awful. It's, Ninja Gaiden, it is not. So you jump off. So it introduces this, and then eventually it's like, okay, now here's this thing. You're going to have to climb up it. And it's like just a floating fucking piece of wood. It's like, oh, okay, this is going to go poorly. So you start jumping up it, and you're slowly going, and then it goes around, and now you have to go down. And you go down, and you usually stop at the top, and then if you pan the camera down, you're like, okay, there's spikes down there, so I'm going to have to like slide down this wall. Okay, all right. So you slide down the wall very, very slowly. And you got to
very slowly.
Yes, very slowly. You can't adjust this.
Yeah.
So then you jump to the next one, but there's like little spike balls, so you got to be careful where you're jumping. And this took me forever because it was bullshit. Because the game again feels awful. Then you get to the bottom of it, and it's just like, hey, there's an endless pit here, and also there's a small moving platform that you're going to need to land on now. And I remember getting to that, and I was like, oh, just fuck you. Just fuck you.
And that is one of the really bizarre things about this game is from all visuals and design and music and everything, it feels like it is intended to be baby's first platformer. But sometimes it wants to be Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
And it can't figure out which one it wants to be because so I got quite a bit further than you, Justin.
Yes.
I got to the third world.
Yeah.
And that never stops. Like,
oh yeah.
It goes from most punishing level that you're going to die like 15 times just in this level to then just like level after level of cake.
Yeah.
Just like cake.
And that's what I mean. Because I remember the Tower of Death was bullshit. And then like you're also on a time limit, which is just absolutely insane, especially because you have to look around on the levels and stuff. Like sometimes you're like, okay, I got to know where I got to jump at. So you got to sit there and take a second. And I'm just like, so I got through the Tower of Death. And I started going, I was like, oh my God, thank you. I did it. I'm pretty sure I got the rest of this unless, something crazy happens. And I'm going and I'm like, and all of a sudden I die. And I was just like, what? How did that happen? And the time limit ran out. And I was like, this is okay. I get it. I see what we're doing here. But yeah, that's like level 4, the Tower of Death. And then all of a sudden you get through that and it's like, oh, now it's easy for like 3 levels, like nothing. Like you're just like, what?
But then there's those levels where again, like they'll have the, the jumping up, like back and forth between the wall mechanic. But then it's like, oh, and there's these spikes at the top of this wall. So you have to like clear this just so.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you asking me to be this precise in what was clearly an iOS game originally, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no way you could be that precise on a touchscreen.
Nope.
And I'm getting the impression from talking to you that maybe my controller not working was a blessing in disguise.
Oh yeah, it's not great.
My only real issue with the controls on keyboard was, like I said, you can't remap anything. And the button placement for attack and shoot is really oddly placed in relation to the movement buttons.
Okay.
So I ended up playing it. And also I didn't like pressing the space bar to jump.
Yeah.
So I ended up using like A and D to move left and right.
Okay.
And then W to jump. And then using my mouse to actually do the attacks.
Right. There was up did jump. I remember that. Yeah. I remember being like, up jumps? Why? Why would that? And then I didn't think about keyboard. Yeah.
normally I hate that feeling, but here it actually ended up working out fine.
Right.
He's got a double jump, he's got a bow attack,
double jump,
and he's got a shoot, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's no power ups or anything. I mean, well, you get bananas for your health, you get coins for, I guess, just points. I don't know. I don't know what they're for.
They give you more lives. If you get 50 of them, they do give you, because I was paying attention to that, because at a certain point in that first world when I was playing, I was like, if I run out of lives and it resets me to the first level, I'm done. I'm never touching this again. Fuck this. So I started to get worried. I was like, I want to at least make it through the first world just to be like, okay, I played the game. So I started getting worried. I'm like, oh, it's dwindling down. I don't know if I did make it through on like one continue or whatever. But like I started getting worried about that. And so I started paying attention. The funny thing about it is, so when it resets you, if you die, it just resets like to the previous state where you got to like one of those saves at. So if you just collect coins again, it'll just give you another life, even if you die. Like, so you kind of have like almost infinite tries at certain points because it's not really configured very well.
Yeah.
Which is
not very, not configured very well. The entire thesis of the design of Panda Hero.
It's insane. It's absurd. It's endearing to some degree, but then there's like a boss at the end of the world, at least the first one.
You just keep pressing the attack button and it dies.
Yeah.
Like there's no like, and that's one of the extra fucked up things about this game is like you can almost count the frames of animation of the entire game on one hand.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like it's insane.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the boss, it just walks forward and yeah, you just hit it. There's no indication that it's taking damage. You just keep wailing on it, and I don't think I even got hit by it.
Oh yeah, no, it scared the shit out of me though when it fucking burst through the wall. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, because I didn't expect it. I was like, there's no way this game's gonna have a fucking boss. Like I got there, I was like, there's no way they do that. And then it happened. I was like, oh shit. It's like, oh okay. And then
there's only 4 worlds, but there's enough levels in each world that makes them feel interminable.
Yeah. It just keeps going.
It's like 15 or 16 levels.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound like a lot when you say it out loud, but you go play Panda Hero and you will feel it. You will feel that it feels long. There's something like I said, maybe I did only play it for 98 minutes, but it felt like I played it for like 4 hours.
I played, like I said, 80 something minutes of it on stream. I mean, some of those minutes might be like, 5 minutes of it might have been me trying to figure out how to fucking capture it because it only captures differently. I was like, oh, okay, fine, cool. I get to learn a new thing. But so I did that. I was just like, oh my God, like this. Instantly, just hearing the soundtrack, I was like, oh, this is going to be something. Which, by the way, if you try to upload it to YouTube, fuck you. It is banned everywhere. Just instantly because of the one song that plays.
That one okay, well, I should say it's so on its own. It is not a terrible piece of music.
No,
but it's the only piece of music.
But after a while, after like 2 or 3 levels of it, you're like, okay, I'm really sick of hearing this now.
Yeah,
and slowly it starts to drive you insane.
It doesn't loop. It ends.
No,
and then you have blissful silence for about like 5 seconds, and then it starts up again. And that's actually worse than it just being a really repetitive loop because you do have reprieve.
Yeah,
and having a reprieve is almost makes it more painful when it starts back up. It's like, please no.
It's so bad. It's great. It's kind of great in its own way. It is a true psychological test of your abilities, I guess. I don't know, it's bad.
So I was out of town last weekend, but I did fire up your stream on my phone from the hotel that night. And so and I was like, oh, he seems like he's having an even worse time than me because this is what I was going to get to with like the controls is that by the time that I got to the second world, I had only died like about 18 times. And you were like, I saw you actually lose your last life and you were like, oh no, like, does it start me over? And you were like, oh no, it's fine. Like, because you start with 50 lives.
Yeah.
And I started to get the impression that was all you get.
Yeah. That was the fear I had. Yeah.
but apparently you can continue and,
No,
and
you
it's
just
fine.
continue, and it just starts from where you lose, like, if you got to a save point, like there's a midway save point that you might lose that, and it's like, oh well, who cares?
Right.
Unless it's a bullshit part before that save point or whatever, then you're shit out of luck. But oh man, yeah, I had a terrible time because I hate platformers. First thing, like, I don't like them very much. 2D platforms, they're fine. Like, they're fine if they're good. Like, a Mario's great. I love me a Mario. That's fine. But like, that's like, the best one. So like, but like, this one is like, oh god, I'm gonna die. I hate this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've certainly played much worse. I mean, some of the worst ones on the original Nintendo, like, are still far worse than this. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
No. Yeah. I will agree with that for sure.
It just it feels, and I don't like to use this term lightly, right? Because making games is hard. But this feels lazy. This feels like a college student's first video game that he made, like to hit a exam paper deadline or whatever, right? And it's like, I don't know, this I was able to cobble this together. I crunched on it for a weekend, and this is what I turned in, and it's playable. It's not good, but like it's at least it's a thing that you can do, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't, it's not completely on fire. It doesn't, your character doesn't like fall through platforms randomly.
Right? It's competent enough, like, but
it feels very low effort. And I think one of the biggest indicators of that is the utter lack of animation and the one music track, and the gameplay is exactly the same from the first level as it is to the last level. There's no other than the fact that like you have this really uneven level design and difficulty.
That's what drove me nuts. I remember getting to like I think it was the third level where they had this like section where you have to jump across pipes, which is pretty, that's a common thing. It's like, okay, and then there's something's gonna rise up. Mario has like the decency to be like, if you're standing on top of it, nothing's gonna come up, right? That's just
Panda Hero says fuck you.
Fuck you. No, it's coming up. Fuck off. Yeah. And I'm like, to a degree, I respect that. At the same time, I could not fucking get that fucking section for anything, and I was just sitting there, just dying inside playing it. But the
levels feel like they were designed by entirely different people, like that, and then nobody decided to look at like how they flow together. So they were just like, okay, you're going to design World 2-1, you're going to design World 2-2, right? And like they didn't like discuss anything with each other, and then they just put them in order because that was the order that was assigned.
And like I said, I got to that, and that was level 3, and I was like, if this is level 3, I am fucked. Like, I am never getting. And then you go a couple more, and you're like, wait, what happened? Like, why is this like nothing? It's like it's just like they were just. It almost like, I know it was probably made. What year was this one made? I'm actually kind of curious now.
I am too, actually. Long enough ago to get a remaster.
Yeah, 2019 apparently.
Oh, that's not long enough ago to get a remaster.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not sure.
What is this? The Last of Us? What are we talking about here?
That's the Steam release date, though. So hold on. Let's
do some digging. Let's because I really feel that this was like some sort of iOS thing. And if there is a remaster, there's got to be a wiki.
Yeah. Let's see. There's a Vocaloid wiki. Apparently, I don't know what the hell that means. Panda
That's
Hero
Hatsune Miku.
Steam Vocaloid lyrics. No, this is not a thing. You can buy it on Switch. For all you out there.
Of course you can.
Yeah, no, yeah.
This feels like a Switch game.
Yeah, so
and I mean that with all disrespect.
If you guys out there want to play Panda Hero on the go, Panda Hero Remastered, there it is. God, I can't. Okay, I guess I gotta type in release date.
I'm gonna see if I can find it on my phone. Like in the App Store.
Yeah. Panda Hero release date. It was 2018, apparently. That it came out November 15th, 2018.
Huh.
Now, or is that the was the remastered?
Not on iOS.
What is Panda Hero?
There is Tai Chi Panda, and there's like 3 of those.
Oh boy. Oh, see, well, save those for the future, I guess. Oh man. Oh no, Panda Hero for iOS. There it is, right there. It's probably just not available anymore.
Okay, that would make sense. Yeah, a lot of that stuff
because this
like
is
very
on like
disposable.
like some site that just kind of lists stuff here.
Ooh, can we play Amazing Rope Hero Spider?
I mean, write it down, you know. But now I'm looking at this, and this doesn't look. Now I continue going. This might be a different Panda Hero. This isn't the Panda Hero we all know and love.
It's not the Panda Hero you're looking for.
It's not the Panda Hero I'm looking for. That's for sure.
How bizarre.
Yeah, you gotta rescue endangered pandas in this one. You don't do that in that one. Panda Hero yeah, November 22nd, 28. Oh, here we go. It's on Metacritic. You'll be shocked to know. Available after 4 critic. Oh, to be decided. Nobody reviewed it. We could do it, Julian. We can review it. Let's read some of the latest user reviews. AA Trox 12, just horrible, worst game ever. Even low rate Android games are better than this abomination. That's from Nintendo Switch. That's it. That's the only person that actually. Hold on. Switch player. Panda Hero is an abomination of a game and is fully deserving of a bad review. We feel sorry for the collectors who have to pick it up. Apparently that's a thing, a website. Switch player. The heck is that? Now we're going down rabbit holes here.
Yeah,
somebody wrote a full review for this game. Toby Mortaro. Why didn't we get a hold of them for this? Well,
that's the thing, right? Like, if it had like a physical release, they probably did attempt to send code to someone to try to review it.
If it's a Switch game, it's probably just one of those, just on the thing or whatever. It got
the fact that user review said I feel bad for the collectors means that there probably is a physical version, because are those weird people that want every Switch physical game,
or they just I got no idea. It takes a little time and all to figure out where. Oh man, yeah, it's just good. Shout out to Toby, man. He did his thing. It's €26.99. That's a lot of money.
What? I thought $10 was too much for this on Steam.
Elsewhere, people are paying a max of $15. This is the worst example of Switch tax yet. Man, Toby really and he rated it 0.5 stars out of 5. Well done, Toby. You fucking nailed it, bro.
No, like, that's the thing, is that and see, like, when I see a score like that, it tells me that
with him. He's right.
No,
I agree with him. This game's terrible, Julian.
It's bad, but like, you got to get, like, I've played far worse than this. That's the thing, right? Like, when I see a score like that, I'm like, yeah, I don't know that you know bad video games. Although, Justin, you do know bad video games. I don't think.
No, I think this is actually miserable to play through. And the fact that it's like $27 on this version. Yeah, no, fuck that. That should be a 0.5.
And this might completely, like, it might definitely be a situation where I had a much better experience playing it on PC, which is hilarious to say.
It's possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I mean, we both played on PC, but you know what I mean? Like, I played it with a keyboard instead of a controller.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how it plays on like Switch, but I'm not going to buy it because.
Oh no! I would be more curious for you to fire it back up and play it with your keyboard and see if it feels a little tighter to you, because
I'm good. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
But you need that song in your veins. You need to get it. You need it back.
Yeah, no, 0.5 is right, Julian. I get it.
Well, we will have a rating at the end of this. The suffering.
Oh, okay. So
rating.
How does that work? Is it, if it's really bad, does it get a higher score?
Oh, so you just threw all the whole thing.
See what I mean? This is a tough. You have to think about these things.
No, yeah,
right?
No, you're right. That's the way that I wanted to do it. Was on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you suffer?
Okay.
So we'll get there. I kind of want. I mean, there's not much more to say. Like, but I feel bad like ending it like this fast. But like you.
Oh no, this is about right.
We would have had much more to say about BB and Tina. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I tried to tell them.
But no, I guess it's just to reiterate, it is not a good video game.
No.
It's very poorly designed. It is far from the worst thing that I've ever played. There are reviews that are still up at pixelbit.com that I have written for games that are far worse than this. Like
I believe you.
Burger Time World Tour and the War of the Worlds Xbox Live arcade game.
Okay.
Which are both like nigh unplayable, right?
Okay.
Like this is at least playable.
You're right. See, I think if they're like unplayable, then you should get no stars. Like they should be 0. Like you don't even deserve a 0.5.
Nigh unplayable. Like you can play them like at the time when I reviewed War of the Worlds, I was like at the top of the leaderboards because I think I was one of the only people that had actually finished the game.
Okay.
At that point, and I'm sure it's probably like a hidden darling with like speed runners at this point or some shit.
Possible. But who knows? Yeah.
The only thing that game really has going for it is like its presentation and the fact that Sir Patrick Stewart is telling you the story of War of the Worlds, which is,
there you go.
That adds a lot
something.
that adds a lot to the experience. But it's a chore to play.
Mm-hmm.
Now I will say that the music really detracts from it. Again, not because it's a terrible piece of music, just because it's the only music.
Yeah, there's something about it that while it is playable, there's something about it that just grinds you down, at least me.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah. I was just like that. And that's where I like it.
My first few sessions were very short. I could only play like a few levels at a time, and I was like, I got to tap out.
If I wasn't on stream, I would have probably done the same thing. Like I was just like, I mean, nobody was watching really, and I didn't really care, but I was like, at least it's something. I have something, it's proof that I did this, and let's just get it over in one shot.
Yeah. Although I texted you and I was like halfway through Panda Hero, and you were like, why?
And I meant that. I was like, nobody, because like, why are you? Because I immediately was like, is he trying to beat it? Why?
I wasn't intending to beat it, but I did want to have like a really good sense of the game. And my intention was to at least get halfway through the third world, but I ended up like just kind of not doing that. Cause
have that.
When I got back from the convention over the weekend, I was a little wiped. And so I didn't really do much most of this week. The week that we're recording this.
Right.
But today I did like play the first few levels of the third world just to confirm that yes, it is still the same song. Cause I was like, well, maybe at the halfway point they do a change up. No, they don't. They don't.
No.
And the enemies are the same. And I do have to say, Justin, the second boss, I wasn't even aware that it was a boss.
Okay.
I mean, you do get trapped in the room, but it's just up on this platform that you can't reach.
Okay.
And literally all you do is jump back up to the platform where you entered the room and just pelt it with the peach pits. And it never touches you, and you kill it in like 6 hits. And it's like, I don't know why you even bothered.
Yeah. I like that the second world is just hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's fun. Yeah. First world's kind of nice, and then, second world, hell.
Yeah. Third world looks a lot like the first world.
I would expect no less, really,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Panda Hero, I think.
That is Panda Hero. I did not like it.
No, I didn't either.
But I also didn't loathe it.
Okay. I think I hated it a lot more than you did, honestly.
Oh, yeah, I can tell.
Definitely more. I did not like this one at all. It's not like, not only like not a good game, but it's like it's in a genre that I also just never really lands with me. Yeah. So like it has that going against it. Like usually any sort of like 2D platformer like this like has a time limit with me where I'm just like counting down like how long do I need to play this for to say that I actually played it. Okay, am I done yet? Great, good. And this one was even more taxing because it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh man.
I also have to say that like the way the levels end is really weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have it's a very obvious like, oh no, this is the very like end of the level and you get to this tree and you beat the level. And other times it's like, no, you can go past there a little bit, but you have to hit this actual point for it to count as you finishing the level.
Yes.
Which is super annoying.
I had one instance where I jumped into like the water and basically died, but the level ended. It was very strange. I think it was the third world or whatever, or the third level or whatever. I jumped like over something and landed in the water where I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to land. And then the was like, "You did it!" And I was like, "I did it! Great, cool,
Yeah.
good."
As they say with Elden Ring, a win's a win. Just take
Win's
it.
a win,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. It's, I think, just an incredibly mediocre, lazy game that, I will completely forget about, like, after we finish recording this. Like,
yeah, pretty much. And thank God.
Yeah, it was not so excruciating that I will remember it.
Yeah.
Even as we do more of these episodes, like it's not, unless we do some sort of like ranking of like the games we've played so far, I don't really expect to really think about it again.
Yeah, the archive of me playing it is probably going to be gone for a while. I was gonna see if I could maybe try to put it on our Patreon somewhere, because I don't think they care about that song, but maybe they do. We'll see. Because I don't want it to just be something that's sitting here, because I can't put it on YouTube. And I was like, they're like, well, you can get rid of that. I was like, I'm not fucking doing that for Panda Hero. Fuck you. Like the song
it would
is part
also.
of it.
It would because it's always playing, like you would only get like your voice like in those like 4-second interludes.
It takes the entire thing out of it. I was like, there's no point. Like immediately was like, it has a problem with this and it's banned. At first I was like, oh, it's banned in a lot of places. I was like, all right, let me go through. Oh, it's banned in just everywhere. Just like maybe Somalia you can play it. I don't know. But
yeah, the stuff that's gotten with the Nerds Without Pants archive, the stuff that's gotten like flagged as limited range, it's always Russia, and I'm like, oh, I don't give a fuck about Russia. That's fine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, who cares? But this one was everywhere, and I was like, okay, all right, that's somebody like whoever made that song, like they sold it to the people, or I don't, maybe Panda Hero.
It was written by the Chinese Triad, Justin. Like you don't want to fuck with Panda Hero.
I have no idea who has like some sort of like domain over that song, but they are pissed about it being in Panda Hero. Let me tell you.
Yeah. I don't even know if the game was made in China. That's the other thing. I'm assuming because.
Because of the
Panda Hero, right? But
I
who knows where this game came from? Like,
it could have been anywhere, man.
There's no credits. Anywhere. There's no, like there's nothing. Like when you fire up the game, it is play. It is like options, and it is end game. That is the
everything. Developer is Marked plus Technic.
Okay.
MRKT plus Technic. TECHNIK. That's the developer. What else? Oh, they made My Life Pet Vet. Oh boy.
That's pertinent for later.
That's pertinent. They made. Oh boy, they made the My Life. Okay, well, okay. Wait, hold on a second. They made a bunch of stuff. This isn't the actual developer. Okay, so no, we have no idea who fucking made this. Actually, is
that just the publisher?
It's distributor,
not even publisher, really.
I don't even know. Yeah. I remember this is how I found a lot of these games last time.
The shell company that takes your money and then
through this exact thing
and funds war crimes with it.
Yeah, I mean they've let me put it like this: there's a lot of stuff that's on our little list. There is from this distributor, so a lot to look forward to, Julian.
Excellent.
Oh man, I forgot about that game. Shit. Oh well, we'll add it next. Not this one. I already got 2 games for this one. But
okay.
Okay. Good.
All right, Justin. I think I've said what I can say.
I said what I can say about Panda Hero. Yeah.
So, scale of 1 to 10, suffering.
Okay.
0 being didn't sweat it at all.
Yeah.
10 being like just a miserable experience for the ages. Like where does this land for you?
I wouldn't put it at a 10. That's a little extreme.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna.
You gotta give yourself some room.
I want to say it's like a 7.5, maybe an 8 for me.
Wow. Okay.
It's up there for sure. I'm sure I could have a worse time. Let me put it like that. I'm sure I can have a way worse time. But it's up there. I don't like
interesting.
This. Yeah. So I need to hold on. I need to be firm on where I want to be at. I'll say 7.5 for me.
Okay.
We'll go there.
I have grossly underestimated your hatred of platformers, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I do not like platformers very much at all.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with a 3. Like,
okay.
it wasn't that bad for me.
All
like
right.
when I saw the trailer, like, and also there's different music that plays on the Steam trailer that is much worse. Yeah. It's like way worse than what the in-game music is.
I would have taken any change. Any.
Well, yes. But if, the trailer song was the one that was going on loop, this would be a very different discussion. And also, again, from what I saw of the trailer, I expected this game to feel 1,000 times worse than it was for me. Yeah. And so I think that's the thing, right? And so maybe if I played it with a controller, I'd be closer to where you're at, because
it's possible.
You know, like I said, I didn't have any issues.
I'm using Steam input, and like that's a little dodgy sometimes, so that might have been where it landed. Like if we played the console version, that might have been, fine. So
sure.
It's hard to say. Yeah.
Get those sweet trophies for Panda Hero. Have that
we
forever
could
on your
have
record.
gotten sweet trophies for Panda Hero, Julian.
Yeah, I didn't get a single Steam achievement. Not that I care.
I don't think it has any. No.
Yeah.
Why would it?
I guess it's not mandatory on Steam. I mean, it is on PlayStation.
I mean, it's fair. Who cares about Steam achievements?
No one. Yeah,
nobody.
Sometimes when I'm playing a porn game on Steam, I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, right.
Like when one pops up, it's like,
yeah, right.
like I have my thing set to where like you can't see what I'm playing when I'm playing it, but like at the same time, it's like, but the achievements show up, so
yeah.
Not that I'm that embarrassed,
right? Yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. I think
that's Panda Hero. Before we end this edition of the Suffer Select, Justin, we need to announce the next candidates for next month's Suffer Select.
Okay.
Which I think, so when this goes up on Patreon, I'll go ahead and put the poll up as well.
Yeah.
And then the next episode of, well, actually, yeah, I guess when we record this episode tonight, I'll also announce it there.
Yeah.
So that way people will be able to like vote. But I'm thinking that the votes will probably go up for about 2 weeks. And then we'll have about 2 weeks to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we'll do like we're doing here where we'll discuss it like and record the episode before the regular show. Right, and then that should keep us at a pretty good clip as far as, getting these out in a monthly manner and stuff like that. So do you want to announce them, Justin, or do I need to do it because I wrote them down?
You wrote them down. That's why
okay.
I think I remember them though. Hold on. Let me see if I remember them. Now I got to test my memory. It is Uriel's Chasm.
Yes.
Right. I should note, one of the worst reviewed Steam games of all time. And not like, not like a, we play this game 100 hours and now we're mad at it type of review. Like, no, the game's legit terrible kind of review. And the other one is My Life Pet Vet, which we just talked about.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find these on Steam, Justin.
Yeah.
Okay, I found My Life Pet Vet. So I'm going to look at this now.
Okay.
As we're Oh, this is very different than I was expecting.
Yeah. What, My Life Pet Vet?
Yeah. It's got graphics.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
And like
there's graphics.
I mean that's not a terrible looking kitty. You're on horseback. Is this an open world vet game?
Might be. I don't know. That's why we gotta play it. We gotta know.
Yeah,
reviews are mixed.
They are mixed.
They are mixed.
This looks like it could potentially be all right.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find Uriel. Is it Uriel?
It's with an E, I believe.
Well, I tried that first.
URI
EL apostrophe S, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is not popping up for me.
Huh. Let me see if I can get you this here.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll send you this here in the chat if I can.
There's Trap Yuri Garden.
No, that's
I have a feeling that I know what that is.
Yeah, I don't think you want to click on that.
I already did.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well.
Looks like it looks like it's not in English though. Okay, let's see. Oh, with a U.
Yes.
I was okay. That is why. Oh,
That's where we got...
like the Street Fighter character.
Yeah. That's where the
yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Rail Slave Games. I already feel weird about this. Okay, and there's FMV, which is always a great sign. Is this Two Girls One Cup the video game?
No,
Justin.
I mean, it might be. I don't know. People don't like it.
Oh, they're trying to go for some sort of meta thing. Oh, they literally say it becomes a metaphysical quest. Okay.
Yeah, I think, but then everybody's like, no, it's really bad though. I'm like, okay, well,
all right. Trailer's not looking bad. I'm not gonna lie.
It might. So it's hard to say.
Yeah. But of course, with the Suffer Select, there's always the possibility that one of these games is going to actually open a portal to hell.
Yeah, we never know.
Like and Event Horizon us.
Could be my life pet vet. Could be this one. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. You never know. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm seeing stuff that's doing stuff for Julian. So we'll see.
We'll see.
But it all depends on what you lovely patrons decide on. So once again, the poll should be up as you're listening to this. Any paid patron can vote in the poll. This first episode is also going out to all paid patrons, but just, it's the taste. So like from this point on, like the Suffer Select will be available to $3 and up patrons, when the next episodes come out.
Yeah.
And so, you do what you need to do, right? Like if you want to like do the $1 to vote for the game and then up it later and then bring it back down, whatever, however you want to do it, that's totally fine. Or if you want to do it on a case by case basis, like if the game that we end up playing for a Suffer Select 1 month is like not to your taste, I totally get it.
Yeah.
However you want to do it. But hopefully you enjoyed this. I think people might be a little disappointed just because, like, at least I didn't suffer as much.
Oh, I had a miserable time. I absolutely had a miserable time. I feel like we might have just, like, very different views on this. So, like, things that I think are funny, you're going to have a miserable time with.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like, I think we're going to get to know each other on a much deeper level, like, through the course of the Suffer Select. Yeah.
A lot of it's going to be like what I will have, what would consider, like, make my own fun. And then where Julian doesn't have that as much as I do. So yeah,
I almost don't have that.
I know.
Like,
So I know that's what I mean. It's going to be interesting.
It will be. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody, that's I think that's good for this first edition. And please let us know what you think. Whether it's a Patreon comment or something on Discord or wherever. Like, this is a very experimental thing. I'm sure it will change and evolve over time. Especially. And
I really should stress that if you have suggestions for this, please send them.
Okay. See, I was not prepared to open that up.
Absolutely we should, because so we have things to put them on the list, because it is hard to find bad games sometimes, because Steam actively tries to steer you away from them, and any other thing tries to steer you away. Like, don't look at this. This is no, get out of there. Right. Like if you go to Panda Hero right now and look at like suggested games, none of them are Panda Hero like. They're all just like, hey, go maybe go play this. Like this is a good one. Go play that. And you're like, yeah, I know it's a good one. That's not what I'm here for. I'm trying to find the garbage.
Yeah.
So if you have any suggestions, we'll put them on the list. It doesn't mean they'll come up, but we'll put them on the list.
Right.
Okay. I think so anyway.
Fair. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, we shall see. Like that, there. And I purchased The Quiet Man on sale a couple weeks ago.
All right. Okay.
Because I was like, I'm sure at some point this is going to come up, and I've never played it.
There's definitely some like bigger ones, like like AAA-esque, I guess. Some that I've been thinking of.
I don't know about AAA so much as like just like more notable, right?
More notable, right?
Like ones that got enough buzz. Like one of the ones that I always think about is like Black Tiger on PlayStation, right? Because a lot of people, were like, oh man, this is shit.
Life of Black Tiger. There's the Golem game. That's a
the
bigger
King
one,
Kong
a newer
game,
one.
right?
King Kong. There's Dynasty Warriors 9 is one I've been thinking of because I've never heard anybody say anything good about that game.
Yeah.
But
those are all like higher quality than what I'm kind of looking for, but they're also a possibility.
But they're also terrible games, probably.
And there's this. I recommended one to you at one point, but there's this dude who releases these like they're always like about $1 or $2 on PlayStation. And it's always like a really low poly like character mod, and they look god awful.
I remember that. Yeah.
And those look nigh unplayable. Yeah, like the type of game where it's like you have no chance of even like completing a level, let alone
write some of those down and add them to the list, and we'll look into that.
Yeah.
Again, everything you look at games on steers you away from that stuff. They're like, no, don't look over there. Don't look over there. It's there. If you find it, we can't we can't stop you from finding it, but maybe go play these games. These are the good ones,
Yeah. When I usually find them is when there's PlayStation sales, because invariably those games will be on those sales. And if you scroll down to look at everything, it's like, oh God, how is this even like on the store? So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. All
right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for being patrons. We really appreciate it. Thanks for listening to the Suffer Select. Hopefully, you enjoy this and it's not like, oh man, now there's too much of Justin and Julian coming out every month.
No, that's fine.
This is a thing that we are going to do for a while. And, we'll see how long it lasts, how much we can actually suffer. I'm kind of hoping that it turns into, I know, Justin, you haven't listened to this yet, but Woolie's doing a podcast with Super Eye Patch Wolf.
Yes.
And it starts like the concept of it is that they each pick a piece of media for the other to consume in the month. Right. And it starts out like, so Eye Patch Wolf started out with like something really nice for Wool. Well, no, I take that back. He actually had Woolie play Fear and Loathing, which is like just a super punishing RPG. It's a horror RPG.
Oh, was it Fear and Loathing or Fear and Hunger? Or
Fear and Hunger. Yes. Fear and Hunger.
Yes.
And so that I think kind of took Woolie off guard. And so it has just escalated from there. So like the next month, Woolie made Super Eye Patch Wolf play Omicron, the Nomad Soul.
Okay.
Right. And it has become increasingly combative like over the course of the show. And I can almost see this happening here, but not between you and I, between us and the listeners.
Which is good. That's what I want. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Yeah, and that's why I said, no, we should open that up to suggestions. So if you got some things that you think we're going to hate, then we should add them in there.
And who knows, maybe it turns out that I'm like much more of a masochist than I think of. And I react to this like a Cenobite. And I'm just like, we have such delicious sights to show you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Right.
But all right, guys, we're going to take off for now. I've been Julian Titus. He's been Justin Ham.
Yeah.
We've been the Suffer Select.
Yeah.
Signing off. Bye.
Bye.